Alright, in this video, how I went from 0 to 1.5k on a brand new store. I'm going to be showing you guys how we're going to be doing this and what you're doing wrong and how you're not able to get here from 0 to 1.5k. Now, before we go into anything, I want to show you guys my Instagram because I'm dropping value here every single day, let alone these reels. My stories, I'm literally dropping 20 to 30 stories every single day. So I want you guys to follow me over there. Now, let's get straight into the video. So first things first, this is what you're doing wrong. Most of you are looking for trendy products, which is not something you want to do because there's no value in there. You guys are looking for gimmicky products that are usually one-timers. Now, this is something we don't want. What do we want then? We want something that's going to be a solution for our customers and something that's going to have repeat purchase. I see this so many times that you're literally looking for TikTok made me buy it type of product like this. Like, this is not a solution. This is not a solution. This doesn't give any real value to the customer, right? This also, like, it's a bathroom speaker. You can have your phone. It's like things that make life a tiny bit easier. People are not willing to pay 40, 50, 60 bucks for that, right? Also, I got my Dubai outfit on. Habibi, how we doing? All right, let's jump straight back into it. Now, besides this is not something people want to buy all the time or like keep rebuying. Look at this. What is this? I don't even know what this is or this. Like, it doesn't look like anything. It's just all gimmicky and trendy product. And you know what happens when you have a trendy product? A trendy product dies, right? If you have a solution, it never dies. Because think about it. You probably have something on your desk right now that's giving you a solution. And you will buy that thing again and again and again. Coffee keeps me energized. I keep buying coffee every single day, if not every single week, right? So, besides that, what you guys are also doing, when it comes down to finding products on Facebook, you guys are oftentimes just looking for clothing, which is, don't get me wrong, clothing could work really well. It's not how I did it with this new brand. It's also a supplement brand, which I will go into in a second. But the way you guys are doing it, you guys are looking for clothing that has been running for one day, and then you take it to the same exact market, run it with the exact same creatives. You don't change anything. There is no uniqueness to it. There's nothing you change about it. Like this, you just download the picture, save images, and you run it as ads, and you expect it to work. Now, the reason why it's not going to work is because you're literally just copying, right? You're literally just doing the exact same thing. Now, the reason why copying doesn't work is because their pixel is optimized, right? They have a better pixel than yours. They have already their website optimized. Everything that they're running right now is already optimized. So you coming in there and trying to be better than them, it's not going to work. It's just no-go. It's not going to work. What you can do is you need to be unique, right? You need to be changing something up. And this is exactly what we're going to go into today. So we're not going to go into fashion because it's not the way how I did 1.0 from 0 to literally 1.5k in a couple of days. So I'm going to show you guys how I did that. What we're going to do, we're going to go to ChatGPT. Now, I used this a couple of days ago. You guys, if you watch that video, give me 10 e-commerce niches with a problem that I can go into with my branded dropshipping store. Now, we have this, posture and back health, sleep and recovery, blah, blah, blah. I saw this one here, hair loss and hair care. Now, men and women struggle with thinning hair and lack confidence. This is what we're looking for, emotion. See that? We're not looking already for a product. We're looking into emotional problems that people have. If you're losing hair, you fucking emotional about it. Shout out breast skills. Anyways, let's go down. So what I had here, I basically wrote it here. 5, hair loss and hair care. Give me some products for this. So we can already have an idea or a direction to go into. As you see here, supplements, biotin gummies, collagen powder, saw palmetto capsules, and we see more and more accessories and lifestyle, sick pillowcases, blah, blah, blah. And now what we do, this is the most important part. This is where you need to pay attention. Give me keywords that I can search on Facebook. So when we have keywords, we can literally just take these, go into Facebook, see what our competitors are doing, see how they're running their ads, and see how we can improve upon their ads and be more unique than them so we can get a market share to ourselves, right? We don't want a whole pie. We just want a small piece of the pie. Because think about it. Hair care, e-commerce is $1 trillion business. Even if you get a small piece of the pie, that small piece is still going to be millions and millions of dollars. How I made my millions. So let's go back here. What I take here is male pattern baldness. Why? Because most of the time, if you think about it, alopecia, thinning hair, or these scalp thingies, or like these red light massages, a lot of it is like meant towards women. The only thing with hair care that is mainly meant towards men is basically, what is it called, minoxidil or derma rollers. Besides that, there's barely anything for men, or there's very little that is very famous for men, right? A lot of it is basically to do with you know, women and the scalp health, shedding, etc. So what I did here, male pattern baldness, and then when you come over here, you see some other people running their ads. Now, this is not what you want to do straight away. Oh, let me just check what they're doing. What you want to do is this. You want to go to filters, very important. Always and always sort at least by 1 week before. Now, the reason we do this is if something is running for at least 1 week or 1 week plus, basically, that means these guys are spending money on their ads, right? If they're spending money on their ads, those ads are making them more money than they're spending. So if they're making more money than they're spending, they're making, you know, profit. So we want to see people that are profitable. We don't want to see that people are just launched an ad and just see whatever the fuck they're doing. So let's go over here. We see unthin. This one has also how I check pages, just so you know. When I hover over the page, I can see how many likes that page has. The more likes a page usually has, the more they're running their ads for a longer time. So usually you're going to see pages with like lots of likes. Those are, you know, usually the pages with a lot of ads also. So what I'm going to do, unsyn, I'm going to click on shop now, just so I can see what they're running as products. Now, this doesn't give me any idea, right? So already one improvement off the bat for these people. Instead of running it, naming it unthin original, unthin light, unthin plus, whatever, you can, like this one, scalp derma roller. You would name this, for example, what is it? Tropical scalp solution spray, right? Instead of naming it unthin, whatever the fuck that is, name it what it actually is, a tropical scalp solution spray, or scalp solution spray, or scalp spray, etc, etc. Now they're running a scalp spray, okay? This is good. Now let's see what kind of things they have in here. Pharmacist approved, odorless, okay. We keep that in mind. Now we're going to go to Dr. M. Rosenberg. Now this is a full advertorial about it. Now this is, as you see, mainly towards women, right? Women, again, women, Dove, this and that. A lot of the times, everything meant towards women. So this is also how we're going to change ourselves from the rest by not focusing on women, right? We go to Flieva, whatever. They have a whole quiz, which is also good. You have to go around this and it gives you some shit. Just give me whatever, continue. Yeah, I personally hate these quizzes because they take way too long. I would never do this shit, but okay, continue, submit. Now they're going to send you probably an email, and in the email they're going to give you some value and whatever, and then now they're showing it because now they made your stuff a bit, they made your emotions a bit more because you went through the whole quiz. I personally don't like it because it doesn't convert the best, because it takes a very long time until you get to the product page. But as you see, they're running a serum, right? Strengthens the hair or regrows the hair, etc., which is good. Ginseng extract and blah, blah, blah. 1 bottle, 2 bottles, and then you can also subscription. As you see, these guys are also running a subscription, and then you also have it here, my bad. You also have it here with a subscription, which is good, which is something we're going to note down, right? Subscription. Now, this is something I mentioned right here to you guys. Repeat purchase. Why? Because if it's going to run out, you have to keep using it again and again and again. This is exactly what we want. So what we want to do, we want to run something with repeat purchase. We want to run something with subscriptions, which is already something these people are doing. So we can take that. One is running a spray, one is running a serum. So we go to Hair Max UK, and you continue by every single person. Now these guys are differentiating themselves with red light therapy, right? Now this is towards women. Now, I've not seen this cap, as you see, there are some men here, but I've not seen this cap really like advertised strongly towards men. As you see, it's mainly towards women, right? But a cap like this, every dad would wear, and if it's going to really help them with their hair fall, people would love to wear that, and the people are going to buy that also. And as you see, like there's lots and lots of it. Now, this is a serum roll-on. As you see, there's multiple different types of products to target how you're going to do. Now, what we can do to differentiate ourselves is a couple things. We have 2 ways of differentiating. One is going to be by product, right? As we're already looking, which is something I was looking for. And I don't think this one is going to work too well. Reason being, there's so many people already like differentiating themselves with the products. So I think 2, what we're going to have to do is differentiate ourselves with our audience. Now, this is a bit of a different one, and it's also a bit of a harder one. What we want to do with differentiating ourselves with our audience, instead of selling to males with you know, for example, males with alopecia, so people that are already problem and probably solution aware, or like, you know, other solution aware, what we're going to do, we're going to sell to males that are probably, let's say, there's multiple options. Let me explain this clearly. It's a whole nother topic if I go into this. So I'm going to explain it like this. Let's say we have males with alopecia. These people know that they're balding. These people have seen it. Their hair is falling out. They barely have any hair. Mainly towards them is the rest of these guys targeting, right? If you saw it in their ad, like a lot of them are already targeting, you know, if you also go down here, like people already have shit hair, etc., right? So as you see here, like it's already people that have lost all the hair. Now what we want to do and what we want to see for ourselves, if it's a decent audience to go into, is take a product that's going to work for people that are not yet balding as crazily as these people are balding. So we're going to target a bit of a younger demographic, just like breast scales. No hate, just like me, just like, you know, people around me, like entrepreneurs, like, you know, people at our age group, so 20 to 25, which are yet to start fully balding or to start having alopecia. So to prevent something from happening, which is also a very good point to go into. Now, with this, what we're going to do, instead of selling to, let's say, 30 plus audience, we're going to sell to a 20 plus audience, right? This is basically changing your audience up. And with this, we're going to target different ideas. So instead of saying like you have alopecia, or, you know, you have this, or, you know, your hair's been falling out all the time, is like prevented, you know, or you've been feeling a couple strands of hair here and there, or you've been feeling your hair a little bit like getting thinner, prevent it from happening, right? Prevent it before you have to take a trip to Turkey, for example. Now, there's multiple ways we can take any product. We already have a couple here. I'm just gonna go up here. This is that one. This is the thicker one. I'm actually gonna go and I'll actually take this one. Why not? So I'm gonna take image, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to Shopify. Now on Shopify, what we're gonna do is we're going to build our store. I'm going to go into how we're going to build our store. So first things first, come over to products. Once you're at products, what you want to do is go and add a product. Add a product. You're going to add your product picture in here. So the one we just downloaded. Now I just added my file in here, which is this one. What I'm going to name it is, it's already named Flieva. What I'm going to name it is Blueprint Hair or Hair Loss Prevention, something like that, Prevention Serum, something along those lines. Doesn't really matter fully. I'll price it at $29.95. Compare at price of that, and you basically add your price and you add some stock onto it, and then you basically save the thing here. So once that's done, what we're gonna go and do, we're gonna go to Atlas AI Builder. You guys should download this app. It's very easy to make your store. It's super simple. All you have to do is you have to come over down here to your stores, and then you click on Build Store, and then you click on Shopify, and then you select the product. Now I'm going to select, of course, Hair Loss Prevention Serum. I only have one picture for it. Maybe what we can do, we can download a couple other pictures, like where I would literally just download pictures like this. So I'll just download this, and then I'll come over here. I'll actually download this one too. And then, yeah, that's basically it. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to wait until the store is actually done and made for us. Now while the store is cooking, let me give you guys some game. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to differentiate ourselves somehow, so we can come up with a different type of, you know, angle with something different than whatever everyone else is running. So I'm going to just add these, and then what we want to do, please select at least 4 images. So we can go to other guys, this unthing guys, and then we can just literally just go over to these, just save this, and then come down here again, and then just add this review in there. So you can basically add just all of these reviews in there. Oh, we have to select, please select 4 images. Continue. Once you select that, you can literally select how you want your store's colorway to look like. Now I like it simple. Personally, I don't like all of this crazy colors. I like black and white. For me, also on my brands, on my supplements, it's very simple. I'm quickly just doing the subscription here, but it's basically $40. You have a free trial. But basically, I do use simple colors. It depends on the brand. If it's, let's say, something like a herbal brand, I'll use a little bit more green and stuff in there. But I keep everything simple. Simple works. Don't try to overcomplicate shit. Keep it simple. So as this is downloading also, let's just actually see, publish the store. Now it's basically this one over here. I'm just going to click on edit. Now once you click on edit, you always want to put it in mobile section, and then you come over to homepage, click on products, and then click on Hair Loss Prevention Serum APF, which is the one we just did, right? Now here you can edit the whole page. As you see, there's lots and lots of things. Now, what I personally like to do when we are over here, I want to always add the reviews on the top. This is the most important thing. On your website, what we're going to do now, it's about trust. When you have your ads, I went over this in other videos. You guys can see that. When you have your ads, you want to mainly focus on giving so much value to your customers and making sure their emotions are understood so they come over to the website. Once they're over at the website, it's easy. All you have to do now is make sure people are going to trust who they're buying from. That's it. Now, what we're going to do here, I'll add something along the lines of 21,000 plus five star or reviews, and then reviews, and then I'll just put this 4.8 slash 5.0. Nope, like this, close it off. Something along these lines. It doesn't really matter too much, so I'll just put it like this, and then 4.8, perfect. Now this year's ultimate, I would remove this personally, right? And then this, you can have it in here. Strengthen hair and reduce thinning for fuller confidence. This is the idea, fuller confidence. Now with this, I feel like this is a bit too much. I like to keep it like at least 3 or maximum 4. So the fourth one promotes healthy growth. I would say that one is not the best or suitable for all hair types. No one gives that much of a shit about that, to be honest. This I would delete. All right, it's already gone. Perfect, as you see. And then you would basically add a bundle here, right? So you basically come over here and then you would add a bundle, or you add it with your apps with Kaching bundle. And then on your bundles, add buy one and then add buy two. And with buy two on this one, what I would do is give them a discount, or I would give them 50% off, or I would give them the idea of buy one, get one free. Now, reason why, if you put that like these guys, where is it? I believe like this, you can do 2 bottles, but you can also do like buy one. Where is it actually? No, it's unthin, this guys. So what you have is they don't have anything, right? They just don't have anything. Just buy one. There's no fucking 2. There's no 3. You can buy more. That's it, right? Maybe you want to buy 2. So when you have this, you can also have a 2-month supply, etc. You can also mention how long it's going to take, and then you can also mention how much they're saving. And a lot of the times, people actually buy 2 at the beginning, and then they subscribe, and they buy one. They buy monthly after that, right? That's what I've noticed personally. So let's come over here to the Atlas again. You will have that in there. Now, what we have here, note you asked, restock. I would remove that because I don't feel like that adds too much into I don't feel like that adds too much into it. Now, you would add under your add to cart, you would add a payment badges icon, right? You would add all of the payment badges you have, or like a 30-day guarantee, or like this much shipping, etc. Now here, the stars, etc. Insert number. I would say like we already have 21,000 plus. Easy returns, 24/7 sport, blah blah blah. Description, you just add your description in there. They already did it, and this is what Atlas AI does. It checks what your product is, it checks how your product is like done, etc., and then it's going to add all of the things in there for you. So I'm going to name this Mike. Insert review here. For the review, we come over here. I sell a hair growth, hair prevention, or hair fall prevention serum for men. Give me 3 reviews. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to just literally take it. I was skeptical at first, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I would not take that one. This serum hair fall was stressing me out daily. Perfect, this is fine. I'll take that one. Why? It just comes a little bit more. Insert review, no, wait. Insert review here. I'll just add 1 review, Mike. You'll add a picture of Mike in here so he knows like, all right, this is Mike. All right, what we can actually do, let me just add Mike in here. Holy shit, is that gonna add? Yeah, my G Mike. You see, that's it. Right, and then you continue down here, feel confident again, restore your confidence with every drop. On this one, what I would do, instead of having the serum there, I would add a picture of the product. As you see also, we're not focused on the fucking product. We're focused in on the result. We're focused on going from point A to point B. Now this, once you add it in there, right, like this, people are going to feel way more into buying it instead of just whatever, right? And then this I would personally delete. Restore your confidence with lush hair. I would personally delete that too because it doesn't add too much. Then what I would do, this one I would leave, but before that, what I would do is this: transform your health today. I would actually take this up. Let me just go up also with it. Now I would actually take this up 1 notch. Promotes this, icons and guarantees. This could all go all the way down in my opinion, right? And then I would come up here again. I would maybe add, instead of doing that, I would go to to the part where we have why we stand out, comparison table, I would put this one above the image with text. Now, the reason being, otherwise it's going to be too much in their face. No, 1 second, I put it one too high. Just in between there. So it should be this, it should be that, and then it should be this. And I would remove the section border. Yeah, I would remove the section border. And then I would have that, and then I would leave this like as it is, and then here you can add the section border again. Worldwide shipping, hassle-free returns, verify this, and then what our customer says, blah blah blah. I would delete this one. I don't know what the fuck this, that just looks a bit weird. Now this, I would actually come and animated pulsing. It was actually added up here. No, where would that suit? Here it would suit. Yeah, yeah, perfect. Look at that shit. Yep, perfect. Looks nice. And then animated pulsing, I would add it under here. No, here. And then I would remove this section border because it doesn't look nice, right? So it flows a little bit over, right? As you see, we have that. This thing does not look good at all either. This icon guarantees, I would remove it. And then when it comes down to the footer, I would change all of these things, like on the brand information on the footer, like put all your brand things. This is too much. It's way too much. I would like lower all of the icons. Yeah, remove all of that shit. The image, you can add your logo in there. I'll remove the image just in case. I'll just keep it simple here. This you edit later on. And then the footer, I'm going to actually change the color of the footer, if we can, of course. Or I'm going to change the color of this. So I see here head. Oh, this is only heading color and shit. So I mean, you can't really change it. Primary colors. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's fire. I'll change it like that because otherwise it just looks a bit weird. I would remove the section thing here. I would come over here and I would add the animated pulsing shit again. Animated pulsing in black. Nope. Background main. No. What's the accent color? Custom color. What the fuck is it? Can I turn around? Strong. Oh wait. Hold on. Vertical flip. Yes, sir. Look at that shit. Way better, right? And then I would come over here, section border. I'll do that same thing again here. So animated pulsing, just to make sure it looks a bit nicer. And then it's, where the fuck is it? Nope. Yep, there, and then make it accent color. Perfect. And then this I would remove. This does not look good at all. Personally, I don't think I would ever keep this type of shit in there. Now this feel confident, again, you can kind of keep it, but we already have it above, so I would delete it. Now what I would do, however, very important, the customer reviews, I would put that a bit higher. Reason being, this is very important. People care about reviews. So what we have also here, people genuinely care about reviews. The reviews are the most important thing on your website. If you're going to have something in there that's going to be like big, it's your reviews. Don't have anything in there, right? This term is game changer. I'll just title it. And then author name, Mark. Now, the reason why that works is because when people see reviews, they can kind of like be like, oh, I read that, like, this serum is game changer, easy to apply, no greasy, and my barber even commented that my hair looks fuller. Wish I found this sooner. Let's skip that one because that's not the best, but here, this one. Hair fall was stressing me out daily. Shedding has reduced and my scalp feels healthier. It gave me back my confidence. This is something that targets the emotions of a customer. If you're struggling with hair loss, your scalp is shit, and then you want to stop shedding, and then you don't have confidence because of it. You can't go out, you have to wear a hat all the time. If you put in a review, I stopped wearing hats, people are gonna read that like, what? And they're gonna read through it and be like, oh shit, he stopped wearing hats because his hair was falling out, because he was wearing hats because of his hair. Now he doesn't have to anymore. I do that too. Now, I don't wear it because my hair is falling out, but a lot of people are actually wearing it because their hair is falling out. Oh shit, I look tight in this, bro. It's a bit too tight. I have to like adjust it, but you get it. So if you can paint a scenario which someone can relate to, it's going to be like, that's it. And that's exactly what we want to do. So as you see, within 10 minutes, store done. Pretty much. Of course, you can improve it. I would remove this a little bit. I'll make it a bit better. I'll add a little bit more pictures personally, and then also have more reviews like on the sides, because you can click on the other ones. We don't have any, right? You would add a little bit more in there, right? Etc. And then you would also do your market research, which again, I go into in all the other videos. So you check those out, because I'll do market research in there. And then you would have your sheet where you write down your pain points, desires, benefits, objections, fears, and your failed alternatives, and then also the messaging that they use, and you would use them inside of your bullet points. If this is not their biggest thing, if the biggest thing people care about that is preventing hair loss, preventing or preventing scalp itchiness, whatever, if that's the biggest pain point they have, you put that down. You don't put boost hair volume instantly down. Or if this is it, you put this down. But this is literally how fast you can do it, and this is literally how your product can look like. Literally, this is it. This is a website done from scratch, and this is literally how I've been, not with this, but this is literally not with this product or anything like hair loss or whatever, but this is literally with this method that I just showed you guys, where you are literally going to look for your competitors, trying to find an edge, trying to be somewhere a little bit more unique than them, right? You need this uniqueness. This is super important. When you have this uniqueness, you're going to see that you're going to be able to sell subscriptions to people. You're going to see that you're going to be able to sell to a different audience because something is unique. You want to be unique with either your audience or your product. Now, as you saw, products are very, very, very saturated, and a lot of people are running them, right? And every single type of product or every single angle on the products are taken, let's say. Then what we're going to do is we're going to differentiate / be unique with our audience. Now, once again, I want to show you guys this, my Instagram. Go follow me there. I'm going to leave the link in the description for that. I'm also going to be leaving a link in the description to book a call if you guys are ready to change your lives, make hundreds of thousands online with branded dropshipping. So if it's in the description, you can book a call there. Follow me on Instagram. And yeah, with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. If you guys want some other videos or something else, type it down in the description, bro. Just let me know what you guys want. I'll make it. You guys seen it. Almost daily upload. So have a good one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.